Hey guys, welcome back to episode 4 of the Bag Collection podcast. My guest today is Carl Anderson. He is a good buddy of mine that I went to acting school with. Love and miss you, bud. Hope you've been doing well. This episode was also filmed back in May of 2020, like episode 3 guest Candace Ayers was. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. A lot has changed since then. So go ahead, like, comment, and share. Again, I love you all and I hope you enjoy the episode.
Hi, Carl.
How's it going? Oh, let me get my.
It's Carl, and he has blonde hair.
I know, it's crazy, right?
It is crazy. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
That's good. That's good. I'm doing all right. Just been keeping myself busy. I got a job, so I'm just saving up money.
That's good.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to California in July, but I have to postpone that because of everything, obviously.
I was thinking about doing the same thing, going to LA, but
Yeah. So I'm just going to stay home for a little bit and audition from here. And if I have to travel, I'm just going to travel.
that's all you can do, really. I mean,
Right.
I had the virus thing anyway, and I have the antibody, so I can travel at will. So, I mean, I'm not really too worried anymore, but I'm just going to set up my tripod.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, all right, can you see me here?
Yeah. Looking good. I'm digging the blonde.
Yeah, appreciate it. I
You're
mean,
welcome.
like, at first I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. But my sister, who's a hairdresser, she was like, nah, we'll try it out. We'll see how it works. And I was like, okay. I finally just listened. And that's where I got being blonde. I've been blonde before. I mean, not blonde completely. It was the front of it was blonde. This was like for my sister's wedding like 6 years ago or so.
Okay.
But never went full blonde before. That.
Yeah, because it's not too light. It's like a dirty, like dark blonde. And I think it suits you. So
Appreciate it.
good
This is
choice.
actually, it's actually like, it was like at one time my natural color, like when I was a baby.
Yeah.
So she kind of knew what color to give me to feed this luscious hair. But.
Gotcha. So what have you been up to since pretty much spring break since we went online with school?
I mean, pretty much like I'm thinking about writing. Like I have all these ideas in my head now. Because I was one of those people that's like, I'm not really gonna worry about what I'm gonna do afterwards. But then the boredom came over as soon as school finished up. I was like, okay, I really don't know what I want to do. I've thought about like YouTube. I'm not saying that I'm worried about this, but like it's kind of fun to have all these different ideas in your head and not know which one you actually want to do just yet. And I know you're a horror fan, so I've thought about like, oh, I do like horror, so like I could do something like reality horror.
Yeah.
I don't know, something cool like that. But I really don't even know, and I feel like I need to educate myself further, read more. I was always told to read more books, read more fiction, so I need to start doing that, and I will.
Yes. As time goes on, we have so much time right now. Even if like places are going into the green phase or yellow phase and things are starting to reopen, like we still genuinely have time. Like things are not going to get normal until next year at all. Like even like close to it, and nothing's ever really going to be normal again after all of this anyways.
No, which I mean, it could be a good thing. Like, being in school and seeing how people dealt with this and how they adjusted, you kind of saw a lot more out of people, because for some of these people where they were actually going online, going on Zoom, this is where they practiced, this was where they rehearsed. And it's really their safe space, which I mean, I don't use that word a lot, but it was for some people just a comfort zone and a place where they already have all these emotions and the things around them they are emotionally attached to. So you started to see a lot more out of people. That was something that I noticed, and it's something that happened to me as well. Which I think a lot of people will thrive, and there of course will be those that are struggling too. And I do hope that they get it together hopefully soon, because this is like kind of our new reality for a while.
Right.
But Yeah, I mean, like, again, for me, like, this is kind of my element. This is something that I can really do. Talk to a camera and be weird like that. And I think, like, oh, here we go, it's me offering advice. Like, I know everything. But I feel like the best thing that you can do is just show who you are, be yourself, and just have a camera there with you just to document it. That's kind of like how I was. Because in class, the entire time, all I thought about was like, how can I make these people laugh? And how can I make people think that I'm with them, even if I'm not? And kind of give people a little bit of what I never was able to do in person. And I felt like I accomplished that. And that was really nice to see. And it was nice that people would even say to me that I was able to do that. So now I feel like I'm rambling on about that. But yeah, no, like I feel like we're really getting to see a lot of different characteristics from people that we probably wouldn't have gotten in person, because a lot more people are comfortable through this. They're not actually confronting the person, which a lot of people struggle with. I'm probably one of them. If the person's not actually in the room with you and you're by yourself, that's when your weirdness comes out. And comes out for me all the time. I mean, it comes out for me anyway. You probably know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I know that because I dealt with you for a year.
A year, yeah.
I made that sound really bad. I had to
Trust
deal
me,
with
it
it.
is. Trust me, it is. I'm not saying it wasn't. But like, I feel like also there's definitely two sides, to me at least. Like, there is that side that I sort of play up a little bit. I don't really know what it is. Like, I've just always done it since I was a child. Like, there's this side that could get very serious, and I would say this is more of normal me. And then when I feel like I just want to entertain people for just no reason whatsoever, I'll just start playing like a dumber, stupider me. I don't know why I do it, but like,
like this.
Yeah. I play like this dumber me. I like dumb myself down on purpose just so it's funny. I don't know why. Like things that I should know, I'll play off that I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like,
oh yes, you have.
I've done that plenty of times. I've also no, this is gonna sound crazy, but like there have been some people that I didn't like, and instead of like, you know, doing the usual, I'm gonna get into an argument with them. Honestly, like if I didn't want to talk to them, I would just be that person because I know they hated it and they wouldn't want to talk to me. So it worked out. They hated me and I just tried to act like, yeah, I don't hate them. I thought we were having fun. That's a tip.
That's different. Well, because it's like I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. It's instead of making it violent or passive aggressive or cause problems, you're more of like kind of in a sense making a joke out of it, and you're like, I'm not gonna waste my breath on, you know, making it a whole thing when I can just keep it at like this peaceful level, and if they don't want to like vibe with it, then screw it.
Yeah, I'm done with them. Yeah, and I mean that's how I go through life. I mean, I don't take things seriously. I mean, I'm always making jokes of stuff that people probably wouldn't make jokes of at times, but it just happens naturally. But yeah, like, and even my friend was saying the other day, he's like, I've never really seen you angry. He's like, I've seen you get sarcastically angry. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of my anger. It's very sarcastic. That's how you know.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I've never seen you angry. I don't think anybody could really say they've seen you angry. At least from school. I don't know about like home life or like your like friends from home, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's, I mean, I hate it. I'm not really a type that will get angry, and I can control it. I've definitely been angry a lot, but I'm not the type that necessarily would show it.
Yeah, right.
I won't show it, or if I do, I show it in a different way.
Right.
just so that people kind of can laugh at it. Because I mean, at the end of the day, that's always what I think about is why I guess I want to be in comedy, is because I'm always trying to make people laugh, especially in situations where you shouldn't be laughing, because
I feel,
I don't know
yeah.
why.
When I'm in uncomfortable situations and you shouldn't be laughing, I can't help but laugh because I get so uncomfortable that it's like my defense mechanism. And like, you had Maury, right?
Yeah, I
Like
did.
there were moments where even like if it was on Zoom or like when we actually had in-person classes, like there were moments where like it would happen and I genuinely wasn't trying to like laugh or smile, but it's my defense mechanism. And it's
Oh, he
and
definitely
he
called
would
you out on that.
get angry. Well, not angry, but he'd be like, Bryn, like stop laughing, stop smiling. I was like, I can't help it. Like
No,
I'm
you're
so
not the only one.
yeah, like it's just something you have to work through, and like that's just like tons of different artists. There's like different things that we have to work through and like try to get rid of like certain habits so that
Yeah.
way we can do our job and stuff. So, but it's not easy either.
No, it's. I mean, I've struggled for 2 years through a lot of things that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even think I could necessarily cry on cue. I know a lot of people can. I was just never really one of those people.
For me, it's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's a big time defense mechanism, and it's something that people go through their entire life, and then it's like, okay, now you have to kind of change it. Doesn't happen that fast.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, like, when people ask me, and I guess this could really go for anyone, but or at least how I feel about this. But when people ask, well, what do you want to do? What kind of acting do you want to do? I want to do things that I know I can do right now, and not something that I'm working on. If it's something that I'm working on, like right now, I know I can do comedy, so I'm not going to apply to be a dramatic actor. I'm not going to try to go into drama when I know that necessarily I'm still working on that. Why not showcase what I can do right now at this second? Like if I wanted to go out and shoot a movie right now, it'd be comedy. I would just go and do that because I feel like I just naturally have it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, this you should just name this like my ego. This whole time I've just been like throwing myself up. No, but I struggle with a lot. Like I understand what you're saying, and Maury got on my ass for a lot of that too. He got on my ass for playing emotions. He got on me for
Does that with people all of the time.
And some people really got really ticked off. And see me, I guess I handled it differently. I always looked at it like he's doing that on purpose. He wants you to have that stimulus, have that reaction to what he's saying to you, because that's what gets people to work harder. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's what got me to work harder, is when he was calling me out on some stuff. And I mean, I knew it was true. And I know a lot of other people who've been called out on things like he was right about it. They just don't want to admit it because that's a defense mechanism. It was mine. And mine, I guess, was to say, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but not actually take it in.
Right.
So, and towards the end of the semester, I managed to really just say, I'm trying to do things that I think will please people, but what would I want to see me do in this situation? And that's how I started handling things. And I think that is something that many people should start to do in acting, is what's going to please you, because what will please you will please others. You know, what would you sit there and watch, and what wouldn't you stand for? You know, like what's going to make you change the channel, what won't. And that's what I started doing. And I know,
because you're bringing yourself up, and a lot of teachers and like other actors, artists, they want to bring as much as themselves as they can to any character or job they get. So that way, when they do that, it pleases the people, like the director or the producer or whichever other set worker. That's pretty much what you're trying to say. Am I right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much just be yourself, man. I mean, that was something that I came into the school thinking, and then I'm leaving the school the same exact way. I pretty much feel like I just enhanced who I was already. Some people may feel like, I discovered new things. I mean, I really didn't. I discovered things. I definitely did. But the thing that I really just discovered was I have this one thing that I can do. And instead of trying to shy away from it, run towards it. And that's what I feel. That's what I really feel.
So
like.
Different. Who are you?
I know. I don't know.
I've never like heard you like talk like this.
It's weird. I mean, this is why I say there's like two different sides of me. Like there's this side, and then there's the side that just like when he wants to come out, he just kind of wants to make people laugh and like not take him seriously. I said that like I was in third person, but that was all meant to be in first person. That was meant to be in first person. I feel like he's coming out right now. Yeah.
It's happening because I called you out on your seriousness now.
You
now
called him out.
Back, and then you're gonna pull out the other one that I
now
really
he's coming out. Damn it! Now he's coming out.
Like like going back with what you said about your anger, like it's weird for me because, I mean, we've all grown up with different types of bullying in our life. I'm sure there's no way I don't think anybody hasn't gone through any type of bullying, and the things that I've been through, I'm trying to think how to phrase this. It's like, I don't want to make it as an excuse when I act out during, or like, what's the word? Like show how I feel when it might not be like the right emotion to be showing, if that makes sense. So like there might be times where I get very defensive because I can be a defensive person, but that is ultimately from my past, and it's something that I've been trying to work on for a really long time. So like as far as like my anger, it's so weird because again, like back to Maury, and I'm sure if he sees this, he'll appreciate us talking about this stuff. Hi, Maury Ginsberg. But like he would tell me, he's like, you need to like accept your anger and just release it, because I don't like being an angry person, and I don't want to let my anger out onto people. And there's times where I've done it and I like get so guilty and feel so regretful about it, because it's not something that anybody would probably really want to do to another person. So when you go through like scenarios like that, and then you have your teacher say like, you need to accept it and embrace it and just let it out. And it's like,
it's difficult.
Like, it's not that I can't do it. It's just that I'm scared of doing it. And that's something that I have to overcome, because it's going to like affect me as an actor. So it's like, it's stuff like that actors and artists in general, like we have to work through those things, but it's so hard to like wrap our heads around it. And oh my gosh, like when he would call me out on that, I'm like, Maury, why? And he's like, you have to do it. And I was like, but you're not wrong, and that's what scares me. He's not.
He's not.
Like if I don't accept that, like I can feel that way, or like have those emotions and like let it be okay for that time being and whatnot, like it is gonna mess me up.
Right. Yeah. No, I would. Something that you said about your defense mechanisms. There is definitely times where you need to work on those things, but it's also a part of who you are. And that in itself is something that is watchable as well. And there are characters out there, like I played Large from Garden State in Maury's class. And that was a character that was who I am right now, a guy that's struggling to really show those emotions like that. And that character made me realize that, hey, like sometimes I feel like I'm not a developed actor yet. There are roles out there pretty much for the actor that's not developed yet. And people want to watch that. People want to watch the struggle of that. And I realized there's a struggle inside of that. And since I know that character well, as porn, but since I know the character well like that, because I just knew it was me. And I was like, damn, like I never knew that there really were these roles out here already that I didn't even need to do anything for. So I feel like there's characters out there who are struggling and have these defense mechanisms to laugh during certain problems or situations where they really shouldn't. And if that's something that you do, then you're already perfect for that. while you're
Right.
working on it, you can go and play those characters and get yourself out there that way as well. It's who you are already.
That's a really good way of looking at it. That is a really good way of looking at it.
This is just things that because I'm constantly thinking about this stuff. Like,
Right.
I'm just thinking like, okay, the old me probably would have thought I'm not where I should be. But I mean, come on, everyone's really where they should be. You're just improving on that person. And while you're improving, you might as well just showcase your improvement. Show that you're trying to improve, because that's a struggle in itself. And struggle is what we want to see.
Oh, Carl, you're a man.
I know. I feel like
Man speaking wise words.
I'm maturing in this whole session right now. I feel like right now I've developed just now.
I mean, hey, we're both bouncing off and learning from each other. It's just gonna keep going
That's right.
up here.
That's right. I wish I could like mature this beard a little bit because it doesn't grow where I want it to. But
is that like, have you grown one before, or is this like your first time actually letting it grow out?
See, I've been trying to do this for like the entire semester. Probably shouldn't say that. I should be like, oh no, I just started doing it just now. No, I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to grow this thing out because I want to see a new look. I mean, that's always me as well. I'm always like changing up my look. I'll try to say like I've always had this one look. Meanwhile, I've had almost every different haircut you could possibly think of. I've just been stuck with this one for a good bit of time because I just liked it for a while.
You have like really thick hair though. I can eat like.
I
do you
do.
have like,
I
it
do.
even looks like it.
It is.
Like,
It's
you
very
have really thick hair.
Yeah,
So,
no, it's crazy. And it's crazier without the blonde makes it look lighter. Like it makes it look like there's not as much. I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, dude, am I
it's
losing hair?
fluffy too.
It is right now. It's not. It's kind of like a little bit wet. It's kind of like it's like that. What is that? That like wetness, but like it's drying. I hate that feeling. It's not soft right now.
It's
That kind of hair. Like when you feel your hair and it's dry, but it's still wet. That literally drives me insane. Like I'll feel it and I'm like, yo, this thing's not drying properly. I feel like I'm like damaging hair right now. My hair's damaged.
Do you blow dry your hair?
I do. Sometimes I should say.
Okay, I honestly have not blow dried my hair in so long I can't remember the last time I blow dried my hair.
Really?
Maybe try it and see if like that helps your hair in any type of way. Cause it like my hair like it's like more shiny and smooth all the time.
Yeah, I want to like
that.
touch your hair. Your hair is very soft. It looks like that. It's very soft. I like if I had that hair right now, I'd probably just be like touching it like this. Just like your hair.
I also cut my hair. I quarantine cut it.
You quarantine cut it yourself?
Yes. Well, my mom helped me.
Oh. Don't say that. Don't say that for the camera. It's act like you did it. It was all you.
I did my own hair.
It was all you. It's crazy.
But so I just like I put it all in the back like that, and then I put my head forward, and then I just like took like a shaver, like not like in the shower thing, like the buzz thingy.
Electric razor?
Yeah.
Like one of those electric razor things? Yeah, something like that.
And I just like cut, because it would, I mean, it still seems long. Yeah. But like it was like below here. So like I took off like a good 5 or 6 inches.
Damn, I mean like, no, it definitely looks good. Of course. Your hair is very shiny.
But
right
yeah,
now.
I was like, I need a cut. Like my ends were so bad. And then I've been trying to get like my brunette back, and it's like still, I mean, like it's pretty brunette, but I want to get it like a lighter color, like an orangey brown. So I've dyed my hair a couple times, but it doesn't always like stick. Like it'll get my roots, but like if you can see, like you see how it's like kind of fading now in my roots.
Oh yeah.
So I have to re-dye it, and I try not to do that a lot because like hair dye is not really good for your hair.
Right.
Like you do it like a lot, but like I try to like split it apart, obviously. So I'm only doing it like every like maybe 3 or 4 months. So
give or take, that's not bad. Yeah, I mean like I like the way it looks right now. I mean, some people, of course, some people, like have the look for darker hair colors, and then some people just have that lighter hair look. Like I know my mom, she's had both, and like when I mean she's had both, like she flip flops like almost every 2 weeks. So, she hasn't done it in a while though, so she's watching.
He's watching.
Got your back. No, but like, I really like for some people, I can't tell which one I like better. I'm like, I don't know. Do I like you lighter or darker? I don't know. It's hard to really tell for me sometimes. Some people have it like they're like, I know how you look better. And I'm like, okay.
Well, because when I came back, our first year for second semester, I had re-dyed my hair to that like black blue. And Joanna Beckson, love that woman.
Oh, she will tell you straight up.
She was like, oh my gosh. She was like, what happened to your hair? I said, I dyed it to my blue black because I like it. And she's like, I like you with lighter, like I like your brown hair. I was like, I don't know if I'm offended or complimented. So I was like, okay, Joanna, I guess I'm going back to brunette. Gotta listen to her.
She straight up. She told me sometimes, she was like, no, I like your hair the way it was before. I'm like, oh, dude? Okay.
Oh my gosh,
I'll change
remember
it
the
back.
first time I came in with my makeup done? She was like she called me out in front of the class and everything, like I was like Miss America. I was like, thank you, Joanna. I know.
Oh my God,
I know,
she
it's
could
a
play up
miracle
someone.
thing, Bryn with makeup on, because I didn't wear makeup a lot first year because we had like all those dance classes and and stuff. So I was like
really
constantly sweating, and I was like, I don't want to sweat my makeup off unless I absolutely need to wear it. So that was the
no,
worst
I wouldn't have wore that. Yeah, she would play it up throughout the entire class too. Like if someone has a new look, like shout out to Dave.
Yeah, when he cut his hair
he cut his hair.
He looked so good though. He looked so good.
He did. I think he's thrown it back now. I'm not sure, or in the process of it. But like, I love that. When I see someone change their look, I'm like, damn, okay. I didn't know you were capable of that. You're very versatile in that way. First, I'm throwing in some keywords, trying to make myself sound smart for the camera. Versatile. He's very versatile in the way that he looks. Now he could play off both though. Like I liked him the old way, and then the new way I was like, damn, this is a new style for him. Worked out very well. But
we're so used to his like super long hair, like pretty much like to the end of like it was like to the end of his neck, like right to the tip of his shoulder. Like and then he had like the beard, and he was like rocking in class, like he was like, I'm here, bro. And then he just shows up with like this short hair and like
out of nowhere.
I'm like, that's a baby Dave. We're witnessing a baby Dave.
Younger Dave just came back. That's what I thought too, because like he's shown us pictures of how his hair used to be too. Like it was even longer than what it was in class, and I was like,
really? I never saw that.
He came in one day. You gotta, he'll send you those pictures. I was shocked. I was like, what? I felt like this was high school that he was showing us, and his hair was longer than it was. I was like,
I can't imagine Dave with longer hair than what he came with.
And I was stunned. I was like, can you like give me some of that? Because my hair doesn't grow that long. It could grow fast. Yeah, please. Like I want long hair like that. I want to. Maybe I'll have it for like a week, and I'd probably be like, yeah, I'm over this. That's how I feel like I'd be with long hair. I want it so bad, and then when it finally is here, I'm like, this is gross. The hell, who was I thinking?
Well, long hair, it's a lot of maintenance. It really is a lot of maintenance. So
that's another thing. That's very true.
Like, he's kind of lucky too because it just went straight, unless he like secretly straightened it. But I don't think Dave did that. So like he was lucky. Like my hair, like mine's like wavy and curly, so like it straightens fast, but like if it's humid or something, like my hair gets frizzy and stuff. So
I hate that. I hate the frizz. The frizz is probably the worst thing because like when my hair gets frizzy, it looks like a mop on my head, and I'm looking at it, and there's like mirrors all around this place, so I'm like,
my hair
crap.
goes.
Like I know my hair doesn't even do that. Like my hair will go one way here, one way it's over there. And I'm like, who is this person?
Who is this person?
I'm like, I need to go get a brush ASAP. And that never happens. That never actually gets done.
Well, actually, like literally, when I need a brush, I don't have one.
Yeah. It always seems to be the case. Or a blow dryer. Right. I'm like, I need a blow dryer right now. Oh, just so happens everyone's using it. Always.
That too.
I love that. Oh, love
my.
everyone who's watching that, who's in my household. No, it's okay. We won't tell them. Say hi to your family. My family will never know this ever existed. I've already threw them under the bus.
So, okay, so you said you've pretty much you've been writing, like you've been thinking a lot. Have you sent, like, I can't talk. Did you see the thing from Warner Bros?
Oh, I did see that.
So I still have to fix up my resume and stuff because it's not set up correctly. So I still have to send it, but I'm also like terrified.
It's a lot. Like, what's gonna look good?
Right. Well, and then a lot of us, like, if we don't have headshots, like, okay, this is dumb how I just phrased this. We either need headshots or need new headshots. So I'm literally using old headshots, and I was like, I gotta pick the prettiest one. Honestly,
of course.
Gotta pick the prettiest one. On my best day, this is how I look. So, and then you gotta send that in, then you gotta do a resume, and then you gotta do like this short little paragraph, and then you send it in, and you're basically, I don't want to relate it to the Hunger Games because that's just bad. But
oh man,
it's like a waiting
for you.
No, it's not. It's not like the Hunger. It's really not like the Hunger Games. I don't know why that popped in my brain, but it's like a waiting game because you're like, okay, am I gonna get an email back? Like, will they be interested in me or will they not? Like, and if they are, like, will my self-tape or whatever I get, will it be good enough? Like, there's just 10,000 thoughts that would go through my head. So I'm like, I gotta send that in soon now. Oh my gosh, I feel like
me too. I feel like everyone's going through the same exact thought process. They're like, I had like all these different headshots. I'm looking back at them now. I'm like, I'm a totally different person in these headshots.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I want them to see now. Because they're also very old. They're like at least 3 years old. Yeah. I'm not gonna show them that. 3-year-old me. Well, not 3-year-old me. 3 years old me. 3 years ago me. Whatever I'm trying to say right now.
How old are you now? Are you 20?
I'm 21.
When did you turn 21?
February 5th. Yeah.
What?
You're like going through like a crisis right now. Hey, you're mind blowing.
Did I even say happy birthday to you?
Honestly, on my birthday, there's just so many people that say it to you. You don't even remember.
I feel like because when I see the birthday emoji thingy on Snapchat, I send happy birthday to people. So I must.
Yeah, I do too.
I just don't recall.
To be honest, I don't remember. I don't even remember half the people that did. Like, people that will send it, I'll look at it, and there's like a whole bunch of other people that I have to say like, oh, thank you. So I'll look at it and I'll just say thank you, and I'm like, oh crap, I don't know who I talked to just now. That's happened to me many times on my birthday. I don't know why. I don't even make my birthday like a big spectacle thing anymore. I'm just like, yeah, another year.
Another year. Living, man.
That's it. One more year. Some people like to get morbid with it and say like, oh, I'm one more year closer to death. And I'm like, okay, that's one way of thinking about it. That's a way of thinking about it, I guess. I've heard that so many times. I've heard that way too many times. Like, people are like, that they just hate their birthday and they're just like, hey, I'm 1 year closer to death. Let's celebrate that. And I'm like, oh.
I'm excited for my 20s. Like, the 20s are the best.
They are.
I mean, I haven't lived through them yet, but like, it just seems like the 20s are like the best years of your life. So
they're the core like 20, 30s is where you're like in your prime doing your thing. It's when you're gonna look back and you're like 60 and be like, hey, see that guy or that girl? That was me. Oops. That was
Hey, no, that was
me.
perfect timing for that picture to pop up. That was me.
That was me. That was me.
My
Oh
prime.
crap, that's true. That was me in my prime right there. That picture is me in my prime right there. No, I wasn't. I was actually sick in that picture. I just popped up. I had the flu.
Oh my gosh. Actually, okay,
Yeah.
take a moment. Time out. Listen, like, I can't remember if it was 3 weeks or 1 week, like,
Yeah.
before, like, everything started going to, like, havoc. But, like, I tested positive for the flu.
Oh,
It easily could have been
same.
Corona. Hands down, it could have. I swear I might have had it.
Really?
I might have had Corona.
They are very similar. Well, I mean, if for me it wasn't, because I've had both. The flu was worse. The flu was much worse for me.
You had Corona.
Yeah, I had it. I had it way back in the beginning.
Okay.
Like in the way, like maybe March.
How was
it
that?
wasn't. It was. I mean, I only lost my sense of taste and smell. That was it.
Okay.
My mom had it too. She probably gave it to me. Because she had it worse. Yeah, she had it worse because she had gone somewhere, and like she was complaining of like sinus infections, and I was like, it doesn't sound like sinus infections. And I wasn't really worried about getting it. I didn't really care because I figured like my body's fought off so many other things at this point.
Right.
And I was right about that. Because I barely even knew I had it. I was just one of those people that was just a carrier, I guess. And of course, stayed quarantined or stayed isolated for like 14 days or whatever. But I really can't really say that I suffered at all, except for if you don't know what the taste of anything is or you can't smell anything. Right. And that's bad. I don't have any cologne here, but like I would spray cologne literally like on my nose and couldn't smell it. Like it was strong. Yeah, I was smelling some really strong things like bleach, couldn't smell it. I was like, damn, like this felt like a superpower at some point. Like I was like, I really?
Yeah. What,
crazy.
Did you get the senses back?
Yeah. That was a concern. I was like, some people are saying they've lost it for months. Some people say it's weeks. And I lost it for maybe like 4 or 5 days. And then that was it. Okay. Then they just magically came back. Didn't even do anything to really treat it.
But like there was a couple other students at our school that got it.
Too. Yeah, no, I heard about just one of them. I didn't know the name of the person, but I heard about one person that did get it. I don't know how they dealt with it, but I didn't even do anything to treat it. I kind of just let it ride.
I think that's what you really have to do anyway. They don't have a vaccine yet, and even if you did get sick, you couldn't have taken the vaccine because you had to get over it. So, I mean, I think the best thing you could have done was just like slept and like stayed as hydrated as you could, and like maybe take medicine. But what medicine would you take?
No, yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I felt that. And I mean, I was doing something that many people, I guess, were against doing at times. Like I was still exercising and working out because I do believe that strengthens your immune system. Right. And the more I was doing it, the better I started feeling. And I feel like because I stopped for a good amount of time because I was like, maybe this isn't a good idea for my lungs, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, no, I'm actually going to push my body instead of just sitting back. And I started doing that, and I felt like I started to recover better. And I mean, that was just something that I noticed. Some other people tried it and it didn't work. They might have had it worse. But for me, it definitely did something by doing that. Because that does help the immune system.
When I had the flu, I stayed at home the dorms, I should say, for 2 days. Yeah. So I went Monday, and I got tested, and I got tested positive for influenza B. And then the doctor at the place I went to, he was like, so I put in like a prescription for you. You can either get that or you can just take Teraflu. And I was like, okay, well, that's already what I've been taking, so I'll just stick with that.
Yeah.
And so, I stayed home from class Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I went back Friday, but like I still wasn't like 100%. So I was walking. And, like, when I got to the school, like, I was sweating and I was pale. And here's me, like, exhausted and like feeling like I should have stayed home again. And I'm like trying to hand in my excuse. And then Maury's in the office like, hey, Brandon.
Oh my
like, how you doing?
God.
I was like, no, I look like I was about to pass out. And
oh God, that's me too.
I stayed away from people as much as I could. I didn't touch any of the equipment because I didn't want to pass it to anybody. But I honestly really didn't have a choice in the matter because I would have gotten, like, even if I would have had the excuse, I would have probably had to deal with a couple different things as far as like attendance, because they have the new attendance policy, like you can't miss 5 days type of thing. So I just like kind of was like, I'm gonna buck up, and that sounded weird, but it sounded better in my head. But you get what I'm saying.
No, it sounds cool. Buck up.
And then I'm gonna go to class, and I'm just gonna go through it. And then I started getting better after those next couple of days because I kept putting medicine in my body and resting as much as I possibly could. But I'd never had the flu before then. And then my mom was like, I don't think you got your flu shot this year. I said, are you kidding me? I didn't get my flu shot. That's why I got the flu for the first time in my life. And
you must have been freaking out.
Well, yeah, like I was like frustrated. I was worried. I was like confused because normally like I always have that done. So I was like, there's no way I didn't get that. So it was weird. But then again, like then everything started like COVID. And then they were like, hey, if you're going home, just stay home. And then you can come get your stuff eventually. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that could have easily been coronavirus. So I like wonder if it was or not. Like I could still taste and smell and stuff, but like I was coughing really bad to the point where I was trying to catch my breath and I couldn't keep anything down. And like I didn't throw up or anything, but like I basically had everything else, like a fever. Like I think my fever was like 102 or something. Like
me too.
I was feeling it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, no, it does not feel great. When I caught the flu, I feel like, shout out to someone in my class, I feel like it was someone in my class, but I'm not sure. Because, like, some of the people were starting to feel sick in the school. And I remember it was on a Thursday because we didn't have a Friday class. So we had the next day off. On Thursday, I remember saying, I was like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling too great. I'm feeling kind of weird. But I guess it was, like, way in the beginning stages. So I'm like, maybe it's my allergies or something. But then towards the end of the day, I had Omar's class. And yeah, he's funny. Oh man, shout out to Omar. He knows how he feels about me.
Period. He tells you.
He knows. But in that class, I remember just saying, like, I don't know what's going on, guys, but for some reason I'm not feeling great all of a sudden. And we had to do a scene at that moment. And I was like, dude, there's something off. Like, I feel like I'm out of my body. That's what it felt like to me. It was very weird. Like, I had like a headache, but a pressing headache. It's very weird to describe. And then when I got home that night, I found out that I had a fever the entire day. I was like, oh, well, didn't even realize that. Because I never get sick. So I never even, I guess it doesn't comprehend that, hey, you're sick, by the way. It just didn't comprehend to me. Like, I was sitting outside because I took the ferry home. I was taking the ferry home. I sat outside and was just like, yeah, this is a weird feeling. And not realizing that I had like a 102 or like a 103 fever. I was like, oh, okay. It's probably not good. It was crazy.
What scene were you doing at that time in Omar's class?
What scene was that? It was definitely with the door. It was with the door. This might have been the one that we had to do for his.
Like, hi. No, I think that's what it was, right?
I think that's what it was. Yeah, where everyone in the class had to do it that day. It was bad because I didn't know I had anything. I just figured like, oh, my allergies are acting up or something. I don't know.
Right.
One of those days.
I get worried because my allergies, like, they've been really bad since I've come home. And PA is like a pretty like big thing with pollution, or not
Yeah.
like from flowers and all that. So I was like, oh my gosh, please tell me I'm not getting sick. And nope, it was just my allergies, because I would take an allergy pill and then I'd be fine. And
Yeah.
I would always be drowsy and everything. Like, it was ridiculous.
Oh, me too. And I've been feeling it in my throat too, like
Mm-hmm.
down, like, what's that? The sinuses. I felt in my sinuses a lot.
Right.
I've just been dealing with it because it's not strong. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll live. But I feel like the pollen's just gotten worse out there. I don't know why.
Well,
It's gotten worse this year.
Weird, because like also like since a lot of people have been staying in, it's like the environment's getting a lot better. Like it's weird, because it's like it seems like pollution's starting to go down, and there's less pollution, and
Right.
the ozone, is the ozone layer, like global warming's like going away a little bit and all that. So like this quarantine like kind of helped us.
Of course. Environmentally, we've done a lot of damage, and by staying in, I mean, people have been saying, like, and I agree, the air feels different.
Oh yeah.
It's felt different lately. I mean, maybe we should just start doing this a little bit more often, but I know we really can't. I know that, but
a couple times a year, like we quarantine for like a month or something.
Yeah. I mean, we've shown we can do it. We've shown we're capable of doing it.
The world. It could literally save the world.
We have to start thinking about these things, and I never was one to think about them until I started seeing that we're healing by actually not going out and causing more harm.
2 seconds.
Never thought about that. Yeah.
There's a spider on my floor.
Oh crap! Wait. Go handle that, spider. I'll talk to the people. Yeah, no, this quarantine's made me realize lots of stuff. And whoever is watching, I'm sure many people feel the same way. Like, I realized a lot of stuff in my acting, realized a lot of stuff, life in general. There are times where you feel like, damn, there's really no one to talk to. There's no one outside. Things of that nature. I'm sure there's a lot of students from school watching. I'm keeping the podcast clean, you know, keeping it going up. Yeah, no, I'm sure there's a lot of, of course, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of kids watching right now that are from the school, and not sure if they know me, probably know you because they're coming to watch your thing. So, but the thing that I've noticed is, again, like, I'm going right back to it. People definitely changed this platform, and I feel like we should start utilizing this platform a lot more in the industry, because we're starting to see things.
Honestly, like, a lot of our work, like, who knows, we might be seeing a couple of different movies that happen on Zoom. Or Skype. And it's been done before, like with
Unfriended or something.
Unfriended, that's it.
Yeah.
We just never know. We just have to like keep our eyes
peeled. We've tried it.
Coming up with ideas. Like, we need new ideas now. Like, when the industry really starts picking back up, like, it's gonna pick back up.
Oh yeah. That was something
back hard.
Oh yeah. And I know you're one of those people that you know, you will write and you have all these ideas in your head, and you have ideas of directing as well.
Yes.
You know? So
I want to do it all. I just love it so much that I want to do everything. I don't want to just act. I want to direct. I want to write. I want to produce. I want to like, I've directed plays before, like one-act plays, and written them. So like, I want to do more of that, and just, it's so fun. It's different. So yeah.
The industry's open to it. They want all of it. They want people like that have their own ideas and want to go in their own directions, because eventually you could be running your own corporation like that. You see many people that come from having these own ideas and these films that they want to put on screen, and then they just start up their own companies, and they're producing it themselves. I don't know how big of a
horror fan you are, but like Blumhouse, Jason Blum.
Oh yeah.
Jason Blum like owns horror now. He owns it, all of it.
That.
My dream is to work with Rob Zombie and Jason Blum at this point, because they are like, both of them. Rob Zombie, great director, and the way, like, his style of things is amazing. And then Jason Blum, like I said, he owns horror. So like, and I want to make horror films and like be in them. So like, hi Jason Blum, I'm ready for you.
She's ready.
I'm
She's
ready.
putting her name out there.
Bryn Alexis Damai, she's here. She's ready for you. Let's go.
Don't worry, you'll be watching from the future and you'll realize that you're working with them right now. You're with them right now.
Alexa thought I was talking to her.
Oh, Alexa just started talking to you?
Yeah, because I said Alexis. Wait.
Alexa's got connections, don't worry.
He went off again.
Alexa's got connections. I think that's what that is. She's got connections.
Mm-hmm.
She's still gone?
Don't speak. I'm watching you.
She's fine. No, she's cool.
Am I the only one that talks to like things that won't really talk back to you? Well, I mean,
no. No, you're not the only one that does that. Mm-hmm. I do this. I do the exact same thing with my phone sometimes. I do that with almost everything at times. I could have a full blown conversation with a thing that's not living. Yeah, I mean, my cats, I have conversations with them because I think they understand. Yeah, there's telekinesis or something, whatever they call it. They could. Someone's knocking at my door. Oh, great.
Oh, I've been doing so many TikToks, dude. You made me.
Really?
I was whispering. I was like, "What's the tea? Like, what's happening?" So I was like doing the cannibal dance, and I don't even know all of it.
I haven't gotten into that phase yet. I feel like I'm one of the few people.
When I mean I've been doing a ton of different acting ones on there, I've done, like, I love the Vampire Diaries, and I found like dialogue, like people were doing dialogue from the shows on there. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put on some makeup, I'm gonna put on some clothes, and I'm gonna do it
yourself.
And like there's been a couple where I got like over 200 likes on them, and I was like, okay. And it's like, it's just fun to do them, and it gives me more time to create and just do different things and keep myself up to social media and everything. So, I mean, that's
pretty fun though. Fun in it. What
just happened with my voice?
I didn't even notice it.
No.
Damn, that was like, what was I gonna say? I had a joke, but we'll pretend I said it. That was a great joke that I made. And now what else was I about to say?
So I want to try something different with this podcast because I haven't done this with anybody else from the school yet. I will be, but you're my first one. So I want to do something to where we typecast each other.
Okay.
So, like, without knowing me, like, act like you're meeting me at like some type of audition.
I'm gonna walk on camera right now.
Like, okay,
never met this person before.
You're like going over my lines.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, a really good casting director right now, top of the line.
So I'll let you go first, sir.
Okay. Let's see. I get very just watching, analyzing. So definitely age range. Right now, you can definitely play like 18, 25. For some reason, like, I know you like to do horror, and I feel like you can do it, but you're the type that, like, right now, you're the daughter in the family. You're the daughter in the family. She's interacting with, like, the things that are happening in the house, but no one believes her. No one believes what she's saying, but it's really happening. And then you start to develop like a relationship with this person. I feel like I'm writing a script right now. This turned into a script. But yeah, no, I feel like you can play, like, you can definitely do horror, but you also have comedy. Like, if I never knew you, just from like how you're laughing right now, you're definitely the type that would laugh in situations that, like, I'd put you in like a funeral situation and someone makes a joke, no one else laughs, but you're so embarrassed that you just start laughing like that. I would right away put you as one of those characters.
Wait, there's like a comedy about a funeral.
There is. Death at a Funeral?
I think that's what it's called.
I think that's what it is. You could be that person that, like, oh, 100%. If I was writing a script and there's like someone makes a joke at the funeral, I'm like, all right, you know what? Just bring Bryn in. Like, no one else laugh.
Bring me in.
Watch. Don't even tell her Don't tell her anything. Don't tell her that this joke is coming. Because it'll be so genuine when you're in there. You're just sitting there. This person gets up and makes this joke. And you're like, what just happened? And you just start laughing hysterical out of your, like, because of the defense mechanism that you have. You'll just start laughing, nervous laughter. It'll be so funny to watch.
Laugh is like there's times where I like my laugh, and there's times where I'm like, ooh, girl, what are you doing? That laugh is not cute. And
nah, it's fine. It's funny.
I'd probably cackle, not laugh, cackle.
That would be even funnier. That would be if we can hear or even see the embarrassment for the other person, which I know you tend to have. Like, you'll have that embarrassment for the person that just made the joke. You've had that for me, I think, actually,
yes.
In class.
I'll like looking at him.
Stop it. What is he doing? I mean, that seems to be a common trend with this person right here. Common trend. Because I'll do stuff and then forget what exactly the point of doing it was. I'll be in the middle of talking and I'll be like, what was I doing? What was I talking about?
Sorry.
I forget the point of my conversation sometimes. I forget the point I was trying to make, and then I'll try to act like I knew what I was talking about, so I'll sum it up. Or like I'll let the other person talk, and then I'll be like, yeah, I guess what I was really saying, it was kind of hard. I know you probably had a hard time understanding it. I'll just try to make it like it was on them. Like, it was just probably very difficult to understand, but this is what I was really saying. Covering up the holes, 101. In conversation. Cut it right there. Give them valuable life lessons.
There it is.
Typecasting as well.
Any other typecasts, sir?
I'm thinking. I'm actually been trying to think as well. Let me see. With the shirt, because I know that's Rolling Stones right there. With this shirt right now, you could also be someone. There's someone in the crowd. You're a semi-fanatic. Like, and this is gonna sound so funny the way I'm about to say this.
Well, I'm a fangirl at heart. Like, I fangirl. Like, I'm a professional fangirl. So
oh, I know.
You do fangirling, like, probably.
You would definitely be at a concert right now. Like, you can actually be like, what are those people that they're not part of the band. They're roadie. Like, right now.
Roadie, yeah. I think it's
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm also noticing, like, your personality, like, you could build up someone. Like, you could hype someone up. Be like, yeah, look at this band. Yeah. Like what you're doing right now. See, that's like, I'm like, okay, I can make her like the roadie. Like, if there's a lot of biopics happening right now. And they all had roadies like that. So I would put you right in there as well. Or I'd put you as like a talk show host. I'd make you a talk show host. Put you like, what are those suit things that the women wear, that some of those women wear, like in the talk shows? They wear like those suits. It's like a certain type of suit. I could think of it in my head right now. It's like
I don't
dark
know why
blue.
I want to call it a pantsuit. That doesn't sound right.
Then I don't know.
Or a jumpsuit.
I'm not sure. I think I'd want your hair down, and that, because you're like a professional talk show host. For like something like Ellen. Like if we were shooting a film about her, or someone like that, we could definitely put you in that role as well. I could see you going in that role. Your personality fits it as well. Run the show like that, and maybe play up a little bit more to your ego, like, because we kind of want to show that these people kind of have egos behind the scenes. Yeah, just do that the entire show.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Hope you guys like my soft hair. my soft shiny hair.
Top shooting here.
Yeah, I can't do that, but I'm trying. I can't pretend I did. Lots of pretending going on today.
Period.
That's right.
Anything else,
That.
Carl Anderson?
Let me see. These things usually come late to me. I'm a late bloomer in the head.
Oh, wait, Carl, can you still hear me?
I can't think of anything else, but we will definitely keep in touch.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can. I
Okay.
sure can.
You just froze up for a second. Like, I could hear
Yeah.
you. But... Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you did too. You did too. Don't worry.
Oh, really? Okay.
It was mutual. No, that's pretty much it though. I don't know if I have anything else.
Okay. Well, if anything else comes to your brain.
Oh, trust me, you don't have to tell me. This mouth just goes. This mouth just goes crazy. I just say stuff that comes into my head.
This
Like
mouth
I'll just say it out loud. Quote that. This mouth just goes. Exactly what I was just talking about. Like anything that comes into my head, I always have to say it for some reason. It's stupid, but you know. To each their own.
Okay. Carl Anderson.
Yes, let me get my book. I don't have books around here, but pretend I do. I'm a young actor with a book. Okay. I'm gonna hold a weight that looks like a book in off camera. Yeah. Hello.
Carl Anderson. I think you could be the older man from Up.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Miss.
No,
I've heard that before.
Like, okay, so you know how, like, in the earlier years, like, when they were, like, little and they were, like, teenage kids and stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, I've gotten this so many times. That, like, I'm not even surprised about this one.
It would be adorable. Because you have the glasses and everything.
It would fit, although I don't think he had blonde hair. Like, when I had the other hair, it worked out much better. They'd probably make me, like, dye my hair again. Then I'd be like,
what else?
Yeah, what else we got?
You could be like a skater, like stoner boy.
I actually,
like
I
you
thought
could
about that for myself.
You would be okay. You would be like the what's the word? Oh my gosh. The lovable loser.
Oh yeah.
So like you
That's
would be
fun
like
to play.
romantic, and like at the end, like you would get the girl in like a romantic comedy.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Damn straight.
If you did horror.
Okay. The psychopath?
No. Everyone would think you're the psychopath, but you're not. It's like Scream.
Oh.
You would be Randy. Like, you would be Randy and Scream. Like, everybody would think, like, you're doing it, but then you're like...
It's a red herring.
You know all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're like, come after me, bro. You can't kill me.
Oh, you know, someone told me that in class, they were like, for some reason, like you'd be that like psychopath, but the smart one that wouldn't really reveal his tricks. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Like a hacker or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm like an undercover psychopath. That actually sounds pretty cool. I kind of want to roll like that now.
That actually, yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Have you ever seen iRobot?
I think a long time ago I did. I'm pretty sure.
I haven't really gotten into it. I want to because I love Rami Malek a lot. So
oh yeah,
he's amazing. So I think that's probably, if I'm thinking correctly, like if that's kind of how the story goes, then like that's probably one of your strong suits to be in, something like that.
I would love that.
I think
I
it
would love
deals
that
with
role.
like hacking and stuff.
Yeah.
I have to double check, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm all for that. I'll do that. Seems like a pretty cool role. I'd probably have to adjust a little bit. Make a little minor adjustments.
Right.
That'd be all right.
Anything else?
There's more cooking.
Oh, you could be in like a thriller. So like where you're like a stalker or something, like you're stalking a girl or whatever.
Oh, I've gotten this one before.
And you're
I've gotten this one before.
like, I don't know if you're gonna kill her or kidnap her, but like you're like spying on her and like you're in love with her, like type of thing.
Yeah, it's like infatuated. This dude's just infatuated with her.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't know what he wants to do, but then in the end, he finally reveals it.
Right.
Damn. We're like writing scripts here on this podcast.
Ooh.
I wrote an entire script about like you and like that haunted house thing. And you just wrote one about like
literally. Let's work on it. Let's do it. Let's make it a script.
Yeah. Now it has to become a thing. Now you have to be the girl that's interacting with these things.
100%.
Like,
I'll be that girl.
You could be the girl.
It's stuff. I see stuff.
You see stuff, and I'm like the stalker guy that how can he come involved? How can he get involved in this? The stalker just somehow like shows up, and he's like, "Yo, I'm part of this thing too now." That's it. This is crazy. He just shows up, and he's like, he's the ghost. He's the ghost stalker. No one's ever written that. I don't think.
I don't think so.
We can't release this podcast until we put that up first now.
Period.
People are going to steal the ideas.
Period. Let's do it. Let's get down on it, Carl.
And the stalker ghost guy. Oh my God. This is like.
The stalker ghost guy.
The stalker ghost guy. Damn, who wouldn't want to see that guy? That guy's crazy and he's dead.
Oh my gosh.
He's a nuts, crazy dead person. Now this sounds like a comic book. We could go in that direction too. Just saying. I don't know. It's up to you now. I'll let you run the whole operation. I'll just
why not both? Why can't we make it both?
We can make it both, but
Do it.
I usually like find ways to like change things around all the time. So it's like better to give you the power. So,
Noted.
I like to share the wealth, share the power. Share the power equally. Whatever power I have, I will share with the world.
Oh.
Now this is turned into like vote for me now. This has turned into like my campaign. You want a campaign?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. 2024.
2020.
Kind of too late. Yeah, it's too late to get going now.
Okay.
You got to build the following a little bit.
Right. I got you. Okay.
Get people on board first, and you know, make sure you're gonna win. That's how we do it. We got this in the bag. Yeah. Oh, we're hooping this. It's in. I know what you just did, but I'll just keep doing that. Yeah. And that and this, because I don't know why. Just felt like doing that. I had to do that, so it's part of it.
Well, Carl, do you have any more questions that you would like to ask me?
Let's see.
Before we
Any
hop
more questions? Well, what have you been doing for this quarantine? How has this quarantine treated you, for the most part?
Well, the first couple weeks it was probably like the first month. I was like relatively okay with it. Like, I mean, I'm very social, but I'm also like, I like to be alone at the same time. So, yeah. I mean, for a while I was like, okay, like this is fine. Like I'm cool with it. And then the longer I was home, the more like not that I was sad, because I do love being home with my family, but like,
Everyone does.
It's it was just like a completely different like flip from how like what we're used to like being in New York. Pretty much like right after we finished school, I was like looking for jobs, and I started at a job called Fresh by the Farm Juices, and it's you can get juice cleanses there. It's organic, healthy foods. I did a juice cleanse for 3 days. And it really helped me. Like I felt my body felt good. It was like detox. So it felt really good to do that. And then of course I've been working on my YouTube channel. I started this podcast that I've been wanting to doing since I was in high school. So I'm really excited to be doing
Heck
this.
yeah. Oh
I've
yeah.
just been like doing tons of stuff without stopping. And I just, even though it's little things, like I just love where I am right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel very, I don't know if this is the right word to use, but like I'm very humbled and like grateful and, you know, just happy with where I'm personally at right now, because there were ups and downs for sure. Like I'm not gonna deny or hide that. I think it's important to talk about those things too, openly. I know, I mean, I'm not saying it has to be done that way, but I feel like it helps people to do that and bring awareness to certain things, because you can connect with a lot of people that way too. I think it's important to just be supportive and loving at this point, especially with everything going on. So we're in a really hard time in the world. So the best thing to do is just spread positivity and love and support. Not to make this all like cheesy or like
no,
but like
no, it's true.
We're just in like that kind of state right now, and that we need to be doing that more. And it sucks that some people are choosing not to do that, but hopefully that can continue to change. And it definitely seems like it's starting to. Like a lot of people are doing a lot of different things. So, and like, you know, taking more charge and standing up as far as just everything in general. So, yeah, just keeping myself busy and creating and talking with people. So it's been great, honestly.
I mean, and you know, hearing you talk about all these things that you've wanted to do, especially this podcast, which is incredible, and it's very humbling to be your first person on here.
I'm glad. I'm honestly, I'm really glad. Wow, I cannot speak today.
I can't either.
Glad, GLAD, that you reached out, because I mean, I don't know how many more people are going to reach out. I hope a lot of the student body does reach out, because I love being able to talk with my own classmates that I may work with one day, or I might team up with one day for something. And so I think it's very important, again, like just right now more than ever, like we should just be keeping in touch and supporting each other, or dislike, like we're all in the same boat, we're all going for the same thing. So like, why not just be supportive and helpful to each other? So
no, it's and that's why I did really reach out, because any way that I know I can help other people with their platforms, I will do. And
right back,
you know, even if appreciate it. Yeah, like, because I know that if I don't have any ideas, but I see other people have ideas, like I will help them accomplish what they need to do. And I mean, even if there's like no other person that reaches out, like if there's no one that's willing to help, that's when I know I need to jump in and need to help that person, because that person could be someone who's detrimental, I don't know if I said the word right, in your life later on. You know, that's someone that could be helping you out later on. You never know who you're helping out. And you never know who these people could wind up becoming. And that's why I always say, like, another thing that we got out of this school was something that we always really had, which was each other. And we already have this community now. And I feel like some kids are going to go off and try to do their own thing, but the real smart ones will keep each other around and will want to work with each other, because that's really how you're going to make it. You're going to make it through other people. It's never just by yourself.
Right. It's literally, and I've heard this so often now recently, it's all about who you know. But like, that's pretty much the point of our little circle of artists and stuff, like you help each other and you
Of
push each
course.
other and challenge each other. So
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, and that's like,
in the
because
positive
people always ask.
side,
Yeah, and always in a positive. Always try to help out people, man, like any way you possibly can. And the thing that has come up to me, because I've had many people that now I've finished, they're like, all right, so of course, these people are like, what are you going to do if you become famous? Like, how are you going to treat that? And the way I said that I would handle that is I would use my fame to give other people the same fame that I have. If I know that there are people that are struggling, and if I have enough of a following that I can bring people over there and help that person out, then I will do that. That's what I would want to do with it. I would want to, I wouldn't want to always talk to the people that are famous or more famous than me. If I had enough of a following like that, I would go to the smaller people who are struggling, don't have the money. And if I have the money, I will even, any way I can, to help fund them.
right.
That's something that I've always wanted to do. And that's what I would really take out of being famous and helping people out. Because then I can help people out on a wider spectrum.
Right. Oh, Carl, we're teaching each other.
Yeah,
We're
that's
teaching
right.
the world. Yes.
You've taught me a lot.
Yes.
This is it. That's what this podcast is all about. Teaching
Yes.
and just
Yes.
bonding and
Yes.
throwing opinions, just
Mhm.
spitballing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. No, I love it. I love this whole idea.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Well, look, literally, let's do that script. I'm not even kidding. Let's
Yeah.
on it. I'm not kidding. We'll text and we'll get like a document set up and we'll start on it. I'm not kidding. Let's do it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's actually sounds like a funny thing too. I'm cool with
We
it.
can make it into whatever we want. We can make it into
Whatever we want. It's our thing.
comedy. Like we can do
Yeah.
anything. We can do whatever we want with it. So
Let's make it weird and just out there. Crazy.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Thank you so much, Carl. I'm so glad.
Thank you.
I miss you so much. I send all my
I miss
love.
you as well.
I'm glad you're doing better.
Thank you. You too.
In touch still. So
Of course. I hope to keep in touch with you and
yes.
everyone else that's watching as well.
Yes.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you
No
very much.
problem. All right, Carl. I will talk to you later. It was so great to talk to you. Thanks, bud.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.